Hi guys, Dr. Wendy Dearborne here from the Laws of Attraction in Action, and that's the Laws of Attraction in Action.com and the Laws of Attraction in Action, the Facebook group. And it's actually a working group, as it is. It's all about you creating the life that you say that you want to live, and that's the most important thing. Well, recently on some travels that my husband and myself have been doing, you know, when you go to these restaurants, you see all these things posted on the wall. And forgive me, the lighting in here is a little off, so just roll with it. But that being said, you know, you travel and you know, you go to restaurants and you see all these different things on the wall. And I think it was on Saturday I had seen in a restaurant, it said something, and I'm paraphrasing here because I actually uploaded the picture. I took a picture of it and I uploaded it, and it said, I thought I wanted a career, but I just wanted a paycheck. And for whatever reason, excusez-moi, and for whatever reason, that has been sort of rolling around my head, and it to me, it's tied very much into my whole thought process for last month, at any rate, about doing what you're passionate about, doing what you have feeling about, doing what makes your heart sing. You see, I know basically from personal experience, as well as working with clients, as well as lecturing, I know that many people have traded in a career for a paycheck. And is that you? Have you traded in a career? And a career for me is synonymous with doing something that you are passionate about. You know, my career is bringing to anybody who will listen, including myself, the power of choice, the understanding of choice, the recognition of what choices bring to your life, understanding that choice is the very first universal law. Without choice, and you making a choice, nothing happens. And you make a choice irrespective. It doesn't matter if you're conscious of the choice. You make a choice. In order for anything to happen in your life, you have first had to make a choice. Whether you believe this or not, it happens to be true. It's a fact. Nothing happens save you make a choice. And this is something that I'm passionate about. This is something that is interweaved into my career. See, I'm passionate about what I do. Prior to, I was doing what I know a lot of people have done. I was trading in a career, or should I say, I thought I wanted a career, but I was truly looking for a paycheck. And back in the day, I made a serious paycheck. I made a good paycheck back in the day. But I wasn't happy. And don't get me wrong, anything that I have done and chosen to have done in life, I've been good at. And most of the people I know who have made a choice for a paycheck versus a career, they're really good at what they do. And as a result of them being good at what they do, they think that this is their career. Well, it's not. It's a paycheck. So one of the things to ask yourself is simply this. If, and you'll hear this comes up a lot. You know, you'll hear coaches say this. You'll hear this come up a lot. And it's true. And it's to ask yourself, if money wasn't an object, outside of just sitting on the beach and not doing jack, not doing anything, if money wasn't an object, what would you do to fulfill yourself? What would you do to make you feel that you were contributing and or creating a footprint? Creating a footprint. And what I mean by this is a legacy. We all leave a legacy. Whether we choose to believe this or not, we all leave a legacy. And so what is it that you are doing to leave a legacy? And guys, I'm not talking about having children. I'm not talking about having children. I'm talking about you. You. Because many people will say, you know, the legacy that I've left is my children. Yeah, well, without them, the world wouldn't carry on as we know it to be. And while that may be a legacy, I'm talking about you. Just you. What is it that you want to leave? What kind of mark do you want to leave on the world? Do you want to be somebody who teaches people? And I don't care if it's one person or 1 million people or 7 billion people on the planet. 7 billion. It's all the same to me. So is it something that you are teaching people or sharing knowledge with people, you know, about healthy nutrition, or about ways to de-stress, you know, like with meditation, or about how to keep your body flexible, how to engage in conversation, how to use your mind, how to think things through, how to I don't know, use your hands to create things out of woodwork. What is it that you are contributing to the world in which you live in? And what is it, actually what I meant to say is, what is it that you are wanting to contribute to the world that you're living in? And so it's vitally important, guys. Hey Lois, how are you, darling? Okay, all right. Hey Lo, how are you doing? What is it that you want to do? You see, having a career, as I said earlier when I started speaking, for me, in this instance, in talking, is synonymous with your passion. And having a paycheck is doing something that you're good at, but that you're not passionate about. And your life is truly based on, or living a fulfilling life is based on doing things that you are passionate about. And it doesn't mean one thing. You know, sometimes people think, you know, if you have a career, if you have a passion, and even with a job, I'll clump that all in together at this moment. If you have a job, people think that you can't do different things, but that's not true. You can grow in your passion. You can grow. The one thing might lead you to another thing, that might lead you to another thing, but the theme will always be the same. As I started out saying, for me, choice has always been, for me, an integral part of my life. When I realized how powerful choice was, and that I am passionate about choice, and therefore my career has reflected the ability for not only me to choose, but for people to make choices. I was young. I was very, very young. And my mum will tell you, she always loved to tell people these stories about me. But my mum will tell you that choice. There was an incident that I hear about. I always hear about tying my shoes. Literally tying my shoes, tying my shoelaces. And I had to have been all of, I don't know, 4 years old or something like this. And I was sitting on the floor. I can't get down there now, but I was sitting on the floor trying to tie my shoelaces. And my mother said, oh, let me help you. And I didn't want her to help me. And I was just crying and crying and crying because I was trying and trying and trying. And eventually I got it. But you see, the choice was mine. And this is my first cognitive memory of wanting to be able to choose. So guys, backing up off of me, what I'm saying to you is this: whatever you are doing in life, whatever you are choosing to do in life, choose a career. And again, for those of you who just want it, hey Sheena girl, that's my girl. That's my boo, Sheena girl. Whatever you guys choose to do, and I'm clumping career in with passion. So whatever you choose to do as a career, do it as a career. Do your career, and believe me when I tell you, the money will come. And the other thing is, before I get off, because we got to roll, the other thing that I want to say is that when we think about money, we always, I take that back. That was going to be a sweeping statement. When we think about money, for some people, they think about having the dollars and cents, the pounds and pence, the Gilders, the Franks, the Yang, the Ying. They think about having that in their hand. Money doesn't always come to you in that way. There are things that happen to you and for you in which the actual physical currency exchange doesn't have to happen, but the energetic exchange will take place. So hopefully that makes sense. You don't always need the physical money in your hand in order for the exchange of money, what money can bring, in order for the exchange of what money can bring, for it to happen that way. So guys, do your passion. What are you passionate about? Is it people? Is it food? You know, I've got a nephew. He's actually passionate about food. But he does other things, you know, like music and this, but he's passionate about food. And one of the things I said to him, if you're passionate about food, and let me back this up. He ain't passionate about cooking it. He's passionate about eating it. And as I said to him, you know, if this is truly your passion, go eat all different types of food. Write about it. Learn how they cook it so that you can share this. Learn the nutritional value. Whatever it is that you are passionate about, whatever career you want, the thing that you are passionate about, believe me, if you take that step into it, you might not think so because we have been sold that bill of goods to say that it can't keep body and soul together. But it can. Not only will it provide for you financially and provide for you well, it will provide for you in a way where you are spiritually fulfilled. And as a result, your actual physical body maintains a greater degree of health. How many of you go to a job every day? And yes, it may be good, but you know, you got this pain in your neck. Or you get up in the morning and you sigh. You're like, okay, I got to start this day. I got to go in here with all these crazy children, or I got to go in here with all these crazy people, or if my boss tells me this just one more time, I'm gonna drop kick her where she stands. And that's all going on in your mind because you know you're not gonna do that because you want a paycheck. You know, Sheena girl, you know I need my glasses to see this. What if you're passionate about your career but it has hit a stump where you don't know how to grow any further? Okay, Sheena, I've understood you to say that if you've hit a plateau and it doesn't appear to be going further, one of the things that I would say to you, darling, is the fact that you can ask that question tells me that in your mind you know what further is. You know that you want to go beyond where you're at. And in order for you to know where you want to go beyond further than you are at, you have to know where you want to be so that you know that you aren't there yet. You have to know that. So where I'm going with this is the flip side of that. What I would say to you is, and you know, Sheena, where I'm going with this, and Lois, what I would say to you this is, Sheena, what are you wanting for your career in this moment? Not what you think, Sheena, you should be doing based on, I don't know, statistics and all this jazz, you know, or people saying, what you doing now? Blah, 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 all of that jazz. I'm talking about you. What are you wanting for your career in this moment? And if you say to me you don't know because you are stumped, you don't know because you've plateaued, then I'm going to ask you, Sheena, what don't you want for yourself in regard to your career? And whatever it is that you don't want, you flip the script on that, baby girl, and you know where I'm going. It will give you at least the first step to take you to where it is that you are wanting to go. And you know, I know you know me. That's my boo. That's my little Sheena. You know where I'm going with this. I know that you know what it is that you want to do. I know that. And I know that for everybody out there. Because either you know it with clarity and or you know what you don't want. You see, from my coaching methodology, and Coach Lois Johnson, she's right here with us today. From our coaching methodology, we don't do what you don't want. We don't do what you don't want. We don't talk about that. However, when you are stumped, tell me what you don't want, and I'll tell you what you do, because you've just told me. You see, the name of the game with everything that we're doing, the name of the game with living your passion, living your career, and I've clumped those together, which is unusual for me, but I've clumped those together for the sake of this live. So the living your passion, the name of the game is doing what makes you feel good. Don't get confused with the ups and downs of living your passion and the frustrations that you get when you're trying to move to the next level, like you are doing, Sheena. And girlfriend, I know you're moving to the next level. You know, like you're trying. I look like I've got two horns. I'm really angelic. My halo sits on there. But anyway, don't get confused with the frustrations and the ups and the downs and all of this jazz that we go through, with you not experiencing and walking with and living with and creating a legacy, a passionate legacy for the world. You matter. You matter. You truly do matter, which is why, and I'm gonna flip onto this now, which is why that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, with Jimmy Stewart, this is why that movie is so powerful to me. You matter in ways that you know not of. You matter. And I wish that people could embrace that about themselves. You're not just here just because. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a purpose. Even if it is, and I started out to sit on the beach all day and study the ocean waves, there is something that you will be able to add and contribute to the world about what you have learned. So guys, I'm going to move on. And I say literally move on. I'm going to go. We got some stuff to do. So again, for me, what has inspired this particular Facebook Live is literally, I thought I wanted a career, but I just wanted a paycheck. That's huge. So guys, you need to define for yourself if you are working your passion. And again, many people, myself included, have worked at jobs for a paycheck that they're good at, but it wasn't their career. It wasn't their passion. So guys, on that note, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne. Sheena, I hope that helped. I just realized my career is my life. Wow, thank you. Hey, come on, Lois girl, preach on it. I just got chills with that. I just realized that my career is my life. And that's it. However you show up in it, your career is truly your life. You are a living, breathing testament of your career, of your passion. Be passionate about your life. And I'm here to tell you, life will be passionate about you. You won't always be clear, as you were saying, Sheena, you won't always be clear in what it is that you, I love you too, babes. You won't always be clear in what it is that you, the next step, but you will know that you will be taking a next step. Sometimes you won't know until you've taken the step. Oh, here I am. Bam. How did I get there? Sometimes the universe and the universal energies, known to me as God or whomever your chosen deity is, will move people, places, and things so you can have what you want. So guys, do your passion. Be your passion. Be your career. Do your life the way that you want it. And I've got to go. My husband's waiting for me. So I've got to go, guys. And on that note, Sheena, love you. Lois, love you. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I don't even know what time it is on your end, but thank you for tuning in. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne. You can find me right here. Join the group. And let me just say this. Let me just back up and say this. Join the group. I screen it. I screen who's in the group. Believe me, I get a lot of people wanting to join, but don't just join for the sake of joining. Join because you want to utilize the information to change your life. And right before I go, look, let me just say this to you. I was talking to my nephew yesterday, and one of the things I said to him, and I truly do believe this, anything that you do, whether you make airplanes and you sell them for millions of dollars, or whether you make Barbie doll toys for the house, or whatever it is you do, you might make, and this is for the West Indians out there, you might make Kiska Pop, Kiska Cooling, you might make ice cream, you might, whatever you make, the use value, hear me guys, the use value that people get from it needs to be more than you charge for it. Understand me. A plane may cost, it costs millions of dollars, but the use value that say Southwest get from the plane outweighs what they paid for it. That is how the universal law works, and it truly does. So guys, on that note, I really got to go. I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne. Find me right here on the Laws of Attraction in Action, the group, and the Laws of Attraction in Action.com. Guys, embrace the day. You're already alive. Why not embrace it? Peace. Love you guys. Peace.